What type of, I guess, significance is this area, if any?
I don't necessarily know about no significance.
I guess in the gang, from a gang perspective.
Oh shit, this is a highly gang area. Uh this is a highly gang area. Shit, you could look good over here though, but this is one of those uh, uh um damn sheep in the wolf's clothing right here, boy. You'll get put to sleep by taking this off, peaches and cream, this Mayberry.
Mm.
Boy, your fucking head will be brought to you. Go around the corner or something, go to a liquor store or gas station. Them young boys will be on top of you, asking you all type of shit.
Mm.
You know, so nah, hell no. It look like a good area, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, nah, hell no, it's not. I mean, I don't know who the hell would even want to move over here, to be honest. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we talking about a small percentage of knuckleheads, so to speak. The good majority of people is just regular people anywhere.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that you won't get put in the crossfire or something.
Right.
You know, so that's the unfortunate aspect of living in these areas, because I mean that probability is real. Even though I'm sure the percentage of you getting crossed up is 1 in a million, but shit, you don't want your family to be the one that get crossed up, though. Peace. Come in the righteous name of infinite God Allah. And I'm definitely a gang expert by about 20 years of experience, which makes me an expert in the culture of gangbanging, you know. So I'm more than qualified to answer or give a mindset any questions that pertains to gangbanging. What I do, just pick up where I left off?
Yeah.
All right. I'm more than qualified to answer or to shed light on a mindset of a gangbanger's mentality.
So, you know, I mean, we speak about the mindset. I think, you know, there's been various different, articles that talk about gang life and the experiences, but no one really delves deep into the mindset of what it is to go from being just a child who, you know, might have had an somewhat innocent upbringing to becoming a gang member. So what is it like, or what is the elements that need to be in place to, cause a child to lose his innocence to be, you know, enrolled or, you know, become a gang member?
I would say for the most part, the mindset is what's taking place in your actual community or inside your household. If you around that type of element, that culture, from a very young age, it's strictly normal. So, I mean, I remember in elementary school, I wasn't talking about being from no gang, but it was children, 2nd, 3rd grade, saying that they was from this, that, and the other, when they was tiny, whatever. I mean, you talking 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, and my mind was nowhere near none of that. But what I know now is like that is something that we were all around. The whole environment, everybody, it was a badge of honor. It was something to do, and everybody talked about you when they're at the lunch table, and you was, you know, people were scared of you. So the whole mindset is like, you know, you feeding the ego. I don't think that at the end of the day, too many younger gang members take that into in perspective to say like they basically just feeding the monster. But the fact is that you continuously go hard and harder and harder by just participating in gang life. the police jacking you up, getting in this fight, that fight, you striking on this wall, I'm striking on that wall, I've been to juvenile hall. All of that is just throwing fuel on the fire. So you start off as a little controlled fire, but as those negative elements continue to grow and propel the ego and the pride and the recognition that you're getting from your peers, and then you get older people, they don't even necessarily have to be your homeboy. You can be 10, 12 years old, but if you got people 17, 18 looking at you and being like, damn, homie, that little nigga down, right? All that fuels you. Because, right, the older people are the one who influence the younger ones. So that right there influences, and then you got some fathers that literally pass that on to their sons. They put the rag in their hand, they put the gun in their hand, and they say, if his name is Big Bomb, he bring his son around and be like, this little bomb. It's like a sign of recognition, and it's pride within that. It's pride because the mindset is deeper than what's on the surface. They fighting over a street, they fighting over a color. That's all shallow shit. It's way beyond that. If you think some people is going out there getting killed, and you really think at the end of the day of your hearts and be like, they dying over some street or some color, that tells me that your ass don't have a clue what's even going on out here in these streets, nor with these gangs, and you're not even a part of this to understand it. The mindset is way deeper than what you're going to see on the news and what so-called experts that went to school and all this other bullshit. You don't understand it. It's really that if you're not in it, it's hard to understand, because on the surface it do look like some stupid shit. It do look senseless, idiotic, asinine. It's way deeper than that. From my standpoint, shit, it's like if you sending somebody over to Afghanistan to fight, it's just as stupid as that. But that's the mindset. When you look at somebody that's a soldier and they being patriotic because of what? Their country and everything else that entails with that. The gang is similar. Right? Maybe not on that magnitude of country and so on and so forth, but the feelings, the internal feelings is similar. So the mindset is actually the same. The same as in, I will give my all for this. So I'm a patriot for this gang. It's some gang in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, to where they knocked down the whole projects. And they built like these suburb homes and like a good park and whatnot. But they did a documentary, and them brothers was still out there because the city said that if they knock down the projects, they'll get rid of the gangs. It didn't happen. It's not the street. It's not the building. That shit is in your heart. That shit is in your mind. You live, you eat, you shit, you die that game.
How much do you feel the environment plays a part in a child getting into a gang? You know what I mean? Or is it something that you feel like it's in them? They just need the right environment to bring it out.
That's an excellent question. And I would say it's both. From my own studies of trying to understand my own upbringing in gangs and what propelled me and gave me the initiative to do some crazy shit that I was doing. I took it all the way back to, tribal times and ancient times. It's like gangs, crews, cliques, groups, men, women coming together for one common cause have always been a part of civilization in one way or another. Now, you had bandits, you had outlaws, you got sororities and secret societies. All of these fall up under the umbrella of coming together, and whatever you want to call it, it's the same shit as a gang. Now, the direction may be different, but for me, that element lays dormant and rises to the surface sometime throughout people's lives, whether you are male or female, because again, you do the same shit when you look at people that graduate from colleges and they got the sorority burnt on their damn shoulder. Right, I know, right? But they ain't killing nobody, this ain't a pissing match about who's doing what. I'm basically building on the mindset of what makes you join for whatever the reason may be. So that, for me, has always been there and will continue to be there. And then what makes you go to the extreme, which is gangs, the extreme is that it's normal. It's normal. Nobody cares about the news saying this, that, and the other about, this innocent person got killed and, they destroying their neighborhood. The mindset is, this ain't my fucking neighborhood to begin with. So how am I destroying my neighborhood? It's my neighborhood because I live here, but they'll rebuild it. Who cares? That's the mindset of my neighborhood. So I live here, I die here, right? And that cycle has been going on before my father was born. So this is what we all do because Kevin's father was from this. Robert's father was from this, right? And Tanya's mother is in jail. She's from this, right? We grow up in that environment and it is okay. It's okay. So if you don't see nothing wrong with doing it, how could it possibly be wrong? And we're not going to take it from somebody who doesn't know. You can't come here in your Dockers and your damn button up and you go sit down and try to explain to me why I shouldn't be doing this, that, and other as you roll off back up the hill to Mayberry. You're not resonating with me. You're not making this connection with me. So, which isn't nothing wrong with anybody trying to help. I'm not making that point. Help is help, and you're supposed to save kids and save lives and save the babies and so on and so forth. But I'm just making the point that it rarely resonates when that type of dynamic happens and we don't hear it, because that was me. When I was younger, I went to gang counseling. I went to gang prevention this. I went to so many different programs and reasons why not to gang bang, and they show you all these pictures of all these people that got killed, and people come from out of jail and they come and talk to you and don't never do this. Never once that I think of, am I doing the right thing? Never crossed my mind. I was already too entrenched in what was going on in the streets, and maybe for me, all of that was just too late. Maybe if you start earlier, third or fourth grade, maybe you'll make some connection. But coming to talk to me, 14 or 15 years old, it was already too late. I had already seen the dead bodies. I had already known a lot of people that had went to jail already and told me all the stories. But the stories isn't stories of fear. These stories is glorified stories, as if we're watching a movie, as if we're watching Braveheart or watching Gladiator. That, for however crazy it may sound, that makes you want to go commit a fucking felony and get in there and get in Gladiator school too. I know that's some backward ass thinking, but that is the mentality to be like, I want to get in there and earn my stripes too.
Is there a solution? Is there something that will take gangs off the planet? Is there a magical pill someone could take that would change their mind and make them want to do better?
I'm a straight realist. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy and love the nation, is that everything is real. So, me, absolutely not. This whole gang culture isn't going anywhere. That shit is going to evolve like fucking Ebola or something. It's going to just turn to something else. Because at the end of the day, to create change, you have to want to change. And a lot of people that's involved in gangs and the whole gang culture, because let me be clear, everybody that's in the gang culture isn't in the gang. It's a culture of this shit. So if you are being a participant, then I'm considering you a part of the gang culture. And so you got people that love this shit. Some that love it consciously and some love it unconsciously, which I would say the ones who got this love for it unconsciously just have a lack of discipline. Because people that's grown, that's been doing this for 20, 30 years, I mean, they can sit down with you and have a very intelligent conversation with you. You can walk away thinking, hey, that was a smart brother and sister right there. How the hell are they doing that? It's hard to break. It's hard to break what you've established over 2 or 3 decades. And it's tough to go into the unknown. All right, so you go into the unknown, and then it's like you're starting over. But you're like, where am I going to start from? I don't have no ground to stand on. Everybody I know is a part of this. And I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be alone. So those are like the conversations that one will have to have with themselves in wanting to change. And again, most don't want to change. They'll talk that shit. Man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of going to jail. You know, I'm tired of the police running up in my house. But they'll continue to do the same shit. They continue to do the same shit, and then they'll find blame elsewhere and blame it on whatever. The government and the city and where I was raised and all this other shit, which I'm not saying that doesn't play a part off that nasty ass hand we was dealt as a people. However, you got to ask yourself, like, how long am I going to continue to use that as an excuse? And again, just your people. It's like you separating yourself from a family. Like, how do you separate yourself from your family? When we are taught that family is everything. So, like, how would gangs ever go anywhere? Because now we probably on late 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Man, we on like some 50 years shit. And if you think that the roots of this shit ain't getting deeper with each decade that go by, I don't know what to tell you. You believe in Santa Claus if that's the case. This shit is getting deeper, and people will continue to do this shit. It's not like it's a shy away from this shit. Like people is like shying away, like some dentist been made. If anything, you're looking and seeing that the shit is getting stronger. I mean, it's like Crips way in fucking Pakistan or some shit. Well, who over there writing Crips? Now, whether or not it's real Crips, but guess what? The thought is there. Look, the USA is done for. That's it. This shit is already from the Pacific to the Atlantic. Done deal. That's it. Gangbanging is what it is. America's burnt out. So now this shit is in other countries. Right? And you got other nationalities that's doing exactly what the gangbangers did here. Gangbanging, Crips and Bloods, whatever, started in LA, migrated out to other states, blam. So bam, here we are 20, 30 years later, that shit everywhere. So then you got Asians, you got fucking Italians, you got Germans and all the other type of shit that's gangbanging. Think they not going back to their country? They going back doing the same shit. So again, is it gonna ever go away? Probably. Hell no, it ain't gonna go away. But The people that want to help, you gotta just first you gotta set the example, and you gotta be able to resonate with the youth. If you're not resonating with the youth, then you fighting a lost battle. You have to resonate with the youth. Your message, you have to connect. And you can't be a tight ass, because tight asses it's not gonna make no connection. Tight asses is the teachers. Teachers ain't making no connections. So, and you have to want to change. And again, I'm gonna beat that dead horse. If you don't want to change, you're just not gonna change, no matter what happens. Because I know my friends, their parents moved them to other states, moved them to the quote unquote good areas and the outskirts of Los Angeles. Man, that shit didn't do nothing. They went out there and started a game. Shit. You just keep going because they didn't want to change. You have to want to change. So, and one of the biggest keys is education. You have to educate yourself, because if you're not stimulating your mind to think broader than the neighborhood, think broader than a 10-block radius, and this is all you know, you think like this is your life. How do I know? Because that was me. Shit, until I was like in my 20s, I didn't go no. First of all, I had never even been out the state. I had been like maybe 50 miles outside of my neighborhood, and I didn't know shit. My whole life consists of a 20-block radius. And I didn't give a shit about not knowing shit, because I didn't want to know shit. I was cool about just knowing that. I wanted to run that. And I think about that now and think about that was some shallow ass thinking. However, that's what a lot of youngsters, that's what they think about. And not thinking about the next city or nothing like that. They only focused on what they see and what they know, and that's right there. And that shows a lack of education, a lack of knowing, a lack of being going out to places and see other cultures, other walks of life. But if we're not providing that, then we're fighting a losing battle.